what should we do? All the jokes that become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribing you. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. There is nothing to say, nothing you can do. The government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's overdue. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The host is a cripple, he can't stand gravity or the man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The show is the chat Johnny doesn't understand. We don't care what he has planned. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Well, welcome, everybody. We have a show. It's a short show. Surprise! I'm doing something different today. I'm not wearing my super awesome goggles. I know you miss them. I love them. I would wear them, but they kind of give me this weird, like, ring around my face look right after I get done, and I have to go from here to there. So I decided we'd take today off from the goggles. Just today. They'll be back with me and Digger tomorrow. So if you miss them, don't worry. They're not gone. They're not forgotten. They're in my desk drawer. They're just not going to be here today. Smiles a lot for you. Good to see you. Good to see you all on all the platforms. That's right. We don't want just Twitch. We want the multi-stream chat over there on. We have an hour of a show to do. We have a lot of content, but we don't have a lot of time. I have a doctor's appointment after this that I have to do virtually. It's part of a whole process thing, so we're doing all of that. So we'll kind of cover like the news of what we've got going on for today and what's going on for the week, and then we'll get back. So we're doing the 1 hour show today. I have no idea how long the doctor's appointment thing will take, so we're just gonna call that good. You guys will find something else to do, and it's gonna be at least an hour. So it's like by the time I'm done, who's gonna come back for that? Hi, I'm Mr. Q. Oh, yes, Mr. Q, thank you. We didn't acknowledge it on the show yesterday. Mr. Q threw $5 on the PayPal on the way out, so we did knock that out of the goal. That and everything else took us down. We're down to $30 for December 3rd. So you guys are already super-duper awesome helping with next Wednesday's goal. Scrubs is back, and they got the original cast back. The trailer's out. I wasn't a big Scrubs fan. Here's what I'll say. Do they get... Yeah, I don't really care. Have sex, says Jay Warren. I plan to someday soon. I just got done giving blood, got a special pair of socks, and a Pac-Man figure. Just had to bleed a little. Well, I mean, I guess whatever you need, dude. Whatever you need. Balls Deep with $2. Johnny's exotic phone interactions coming soon. It's not an exotic and it's not a phone interaction. I'll use this setup since I have it. Like I'm not saying like whenever you do like a virtual visit with your doctor, you should use your webcam, your Rodecaster, your boom mic and headphones. But if you've got all of those things, I mean, it'd be a shame not to, I spent the money. What am I not going to spend it on? I'm not going to use it for the reasons I purchased it. Are you with sugar? Thanks for the show. Error day, Johnny. Well, we're going to be doing the show today. We may have a show Saturday of just like some game stream hanging out stuff. I'm not positive on that. I'm still thinking about it, but we do have a show. We do have a show Friday. Friday show, and obviously tomorrow's show, me and Digger back as usual, super fun. I love hanging out with that lady. It's a good time hanging out with Our Lady of Canada. And Friday show, we have a special Black Friday co-host, And that's going to be our buddy Nucleatic Gaming, a.k.a. Brian the Science. So I'm going to see what I can do about giving him like a special banner with his little window. Dr. Cox is back. Yes, Johnny. Yeah, that's what I heard. I filed that as someone who never really... I'm not saying Scrubs was good or bad. I'm saying I missed the boat, all right? I'm not happy or sad that I missed the boat. You know what show I'm excited for that they're redoing, and I hope they don't fuck up? Stargate. I hope they get Stargate right, because Stargate the movie was awesome. Stargate the show I went in and out of. Stargate Atlantis was my jam, and then those sons of bitches burned me with SGU. And once I got burned with SGU, I was like, well, this. Stargate is good. Right, I like Stargate. Overall, I feel all of Stargate is good, even when Stargate kind of co-opted the cast of Farscape just to keep Stargate going. I'm sorry. No, you got to know that. I'm sorry. Did I blow any minds? When we brought Ben Broder and Claudia Black on, I mean, we were just short some puppets, and it was from Farscape. So, scrub this, says Magic 8 Ball. Come to think of it, I don't think I can name a bad Kurt Russell movie. What was the soldier one that Kurt Russell was in where he's just like a programmed soldier and he just kind of deadpan stares? That's, I think, like that's as far as we can go. Because if you're hating on Big Trouble in Little Chinatown, you can get the right out now. But I'm trying to think. Here's the thing. I'll say this. I haven't seen the bad ones. Jay Warren saying he's done some family movies that are pretty shitty. I haven't seen those. Big Trouble in Little Chinatown is phenomenal. Tom Brady dropped the N-bomb on Sunday during the Eagles versus Cowboys. Wow, Tom Brady's not going to last long in that broadcast career. Shame he spent all that money on that plastic surgery. In my opinion, he's had work done. In my opinion. Soldier, that was the name of it. Right, that's my best guess for a bad Kurt Russell movie is Soldier. Soldier is my best guess for a bad Kurt Russell movie. Johnny's Exotic TV Reviews. MSO, that one's actually more on the mark. I would love, especially once we import Our Lady of Canada, I would really love to do like a just sitting on, we could even frame it with the futon, sitting on the futon and just there's certain shows we watch and talk about together. Particularly, the one I really want to do with Digger is us watching Alone. But as we critique the people on Alone, like sitting in the corner, we have just a bevy of wonderful snacks and beverages just to really rub the fucking first world privilege of it in while we make fun of the show. Just be like, no, we're making fun of these people who are surviving out in the woods. And I'll admit, I do this all the time, and it makes Digger laugh. I feel bad for the animals they kill. Not because they killed an animal, but because of the reason. Like, these people had to hunt these animals because they're documenting their survival in the wilderness. And so there's animals they're permitted to just hunt and kill. But their methods are limited. In some cases, they have to bludgeon them with sticks. Because you had a crush on the animals. No. Because I felt bad for the fact that we're making people hunt animals for, again, survival, for, again, our entertainment. So the entertainment is that, will this guy starve, or will he bludgeon a squirrel to death and eat it for dinner? It's just, again, it was excessive. And I feel bad. So I feel like it'd be fun to make fun of that by living in a lap of first world luxury, you know. Nothing too fancy, but definitely, like, say, some scoops and salsa, and we poke fun at the guy who can't catch fish. Like, it was an idea. You know what? Everybody has different ideas. Mine are all winners, neither yours. It all happens. Hunt wild boar. Squirrels are a waste of time. It depends where you are. What if wild boar aren't in the air indigenous to the neighborhood? Uh-oh. A Facebook share. Ooh, a Facebook share. Let's check on this. Sky High. Sky High. Don't know if I know. Oh, so this must be the Tom Brady. Oh. Let's flip over. Oh, Papa, no.
Just blasting through Landon Dickerson right there.
All right, it was a name. It was an. All right, hold on. Look,
Dickerson right there.
Landon Dickerson.
Landon Dickerson. Blasting through Landon Dickerson right there.
I don't. Wow, that's racist, says Brian. Oh, yeah, Veldrain, I agree. We watched Alone Australia. That was such bullshit. A bunch of liberal arts a-holes, most of them tapping out on day 3. Right, and then there were like 4 people that hung it out forever. And then the one guy that taps out that you feel kind of bad about is the dude with PTSD. You watch a guy in Alone, for spoiler alert, it's been out for a while. It's on Amazon. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. And if you're hanging on this, then I apologize. But Alone Australia, they have a guy who literally is enduring PTSD because he's sitting in his camp when a chopper flies overhead, and he just goes through a PTSD moment right in front of you. And that guy hangs out for a while, and you feel bad when he taps out. There's a couple people that tapped out, and you're like, why'd you even fucking bother going in the first place? Why'd you pack a bag? You gave up so quick. But a lot of people tapped out pretty quick on that one. That one was sad. So it's just, but in general, the Alone show is fun to watch. Thank you for the helicopters, Scruffy D25. Wait till he has to start calling games for no. Oh yeah, that won't go well. That won't go well. So yeah, I knew Tom Brady had it in him, said St. Caesar. I don't know. Is that backslash supposed to be a salute? I don't approve of that. Again, yeah, Rusty Grammar, I'm not going to repeat what you said in the chat, but you're right. He got the last name wrong and it just came out wrong. Then there is Alone, where 2 contestants wasted away being skeletons and had to be forced to stop. Oh, Veldrain. See, I knew I was right. Veldrain's proven my point. Veldrain's one of them. So, dude, I love the season where the dude got disqualified because he was wasting away too much, and he had stockpiled fish. But he just wasn't eating enough of it. Are you on Rumble? If so, as who? So smiles a lot for you. I can share the... We're on Rumble as Just Kidding LLC is how we do this thing. Boom. Control C. And Control V. Boom. I really need to get a more unified logo made between the 3. Yeah, I'm fucking lazy as stupid as shit. I don't know. What do you want from me? Steve Kerr's kid, too. Yeah, Steve Kerr's kid's going to be a problem. Dude, here's my question. Oh, and I'm already over there. Do you get away with it if you're Tom Brady? Do you get away with it? I'm curious. Let's see if there's any news about it. Tom Brady N-word or N-bomb. Tom Brady N-bomb. Tom Brady says the N-word, trends after Eagles-Cowboys game. That's obviously about from a day ago. Brady just dropped the N-word on national television. Did Brady just say the N-word on air? Did Brady drop the N-word? Brady dropped the N-word. Tom Brady, let's look up fired. Has he been fired? Fired. Tom Brady. Tom Brady crisis hit Las Vegas Raiders. All right. Forced. No, I don't care. Forced to correct himself, fans quickly took to social media to share stunned reaction to Tom Brady's bizarre podcast gaffe. Or broadcast, not podcast, dumbass. Tom Brady offered an instant apology for an awkward slip-up. He's the leading color commentator working under $375 million deal. Nice, buddy. Way to make that back. Was watching on an AT&T Stadium as America's team mounted an unlikely comeback against the defending Super Bowl champions. Eagles had raced into a 21-0 lead and broke into Tony Romero on Sunday. Was able to pull the Cowboys back. Score tied at 21-21 late in the fourth. Philly had possession. Yeah, dude, I haven't heard any sort of reprimand. So, King Kong Dog. He works for Fox, Johnny. He got a promotion. That would be a weird way to go. And thank you, Balls Deep, for that. Let's put that in there. And we're nut-ticklingly close to counting that off the goal. So let's just, you know what? I'll eat the diff. I'll eat the diff, and we'll count it off the goal. Whatever the diff is, we'll put the goal at 25 now because of that too from the YouTube, and we'll put it at 25. There we go. I didn't like Tom Brady when he played football. I didn't care about Tom Brady when he played football. But when I realized, like, I saw pictures and I realized how he got, like, his face did and shit. And I'm like, oh, you want to be a broadcast. You want to be a pretty boy broadcaster. Like, okay, go get it. You got your career in and out with them Super Bowl rings. Go get it. Hey, homie. What's up? Do you want to join me over here, Alucard? We can do our daily, Alucard's daily live check-in or whatever. Those people died off, which is nice. He needs to pay me money for making me feel bad, says Brian. Why did he make you feel bad? To the point where he owes you financial compensation. I mean, I'm sure he's got it. But why has he got to do that? We'll say this, it seems odd. All right. The guy with partially working heart that dropped out on day 3, it was like, yeah, that was totally predictable. I know, it's fun. And the thing I enjoy is I love, what was it? Was it this or this? Something went hinky. I love the thought and the idea of, like, me and Digger have some very, very harsh comments because I grew up in the country as a pyromaniac, like, so I understand lighting fires, and I grew up in the woods, so I understand growing up living in the woods. And other than the fact that again, it's to prove you understand and can survive. I understand all of that. It just seems I always feel bad for the animals that get murked for the sake of a entertainment show. That's what it is. It's reality TV entertainment. Whatever. I'm not like to the point of like, don't do it. Like, no, fuck that. Kill the animal. Like, if I'm out there, guess what? That's squirrel's dinner. But I'm still saying it's kind of a shitty thing. Alcat, hell yeah. Have a fat yin yang on my lap. I don't have either. I see the two kitties are both in my bedroom now. Alucard's probably trying to find his dog. That's probably what he came down looking for. But yeah, they're both in there just kind of hanging out. So I have neither. No GS involved. No G's involved. Yeah, he got it wrong, but it did kind of sound like I don't think he's going to get in trouble. They're paying him too much. Alone viewers, that is so easy. Reality. Shit. I have without a cell phone for a day. I might not survive this. Right, dude? Hello, Teg. It's Tegra Cat. Do. I heard it live and giggled. It was funny. I will say this. Thank you for the clip. I think it was King Kong Dong. Thank you for the clip, King Kong Dong. Because yes, it was very funny. It was hilarious. Oh man. But yeah. So it got interesting. But yeah, the lone viewer thing, the thing that's fun is me and Digger will watch that show, and we're critiquing everything these people are doing. Meanwhile, we're obviously, like, we're in an apartment, we've got electricity, running water. Like, it's very easy to, like, armchair quarterback that bullshit. But I find it hilarious, and I think it would be very entertaining for the two of us, because we get harsh on these people. Her in particular. Digger gets fucking mean about these people surviving when they're doing it in Alaska. Or not Alaska, but the British Columbian, like, rainforesty coast area. When she's like, I grew up in that, and she does not cut them any slack. It's fucking amazing. That's what it is. It's a goddamn good time. All right, so let's Jay Warren, no, I don't think we're really that kind of I don't think either one of us is really into that, firstly. If I could be clear. I've certainly never gotten that expression from her. I'm not that kind of person. It's a weird question to ask, man. It was weird. Anyways, you watched Flesh Gordon with her. Well, that wasn't because it was a porno. That's because that movie's stupid and ridiculous, and she was laughing her ass off the entire time. The guy who lost a tool to make fire day 2, then immediately taps out. Yeah, dude, I respect anyone that taps out because they can't make a fire in that condition, but you got to at least, like, do the pressure drill bit, right? Like, it's really... Anyways. So, and then there was other competition shows that we watched. There was one that was a spinoff of that, and there was a group of dudes that had to make a fire in that situation. It can be educational. It's weird. It's normal. Lots of people watch porno with women to get ideas how to show them what they want. Well, I guess both of us were very fortunate to know generally what we want in that regard, and we're both very happy. Again, the Flesh Gordon thing is an outlier. That's something that somebody wanted me to watch just because of the ridiculousness of the movie. But that one, like I said, that's not indicative of a trend. I'm not really... No, I don't, like... Here's why I don't like watching. So you want to see another guy who's better at sex than me with a bigger dick throw it around and then go, hey, now let's settle for you. Like, I just, nah. It's like watching an advertisement for a Ferrari and they go, and by the way, we've brought your Geo Metro to the front of the door. Like, it's just, that's not what we saw in the ad. I was expecting a ride, not a grocery getter. No, I would not say I've ever seen that. Digger wants Johnny's Flesh Gordon. That's to be debated. I don't need porn to come up with new ideas, says King Kong Dong. This is why I watch hentai. It's all fake, like women, or bigger dicks than mine. Will it fit? Spoiler, it does. Well, yeah, of course. Though, you know what? Not only will it fit balls deep, there'll be room to spare. You know what? It'll have a comfortable bubble around it. A spin-off show could be called Insane, which is what most of the contestants were that last time that lasted the longest, and they didn't start the contest sane. There is one that I want to see from Alone called The Beast, where each one of the contestants is dropped with pretty much only with what they have on them. Like, survival tools are incredibly limited, and they have one animal carcass to start. So it's like each one of them gets dropped with a deer. And it's like, all right, so you've got some meat, you've got some food, you got some bones, and you got to hide. What can you do with this starting out to establish yourself? Good luck. So why are we doing 3 6s? Number of the beast. I get you now. No. This doesn't mean that. This means like an elk. Extracted is fun. I don't know if I've seen Extracted. What's the one where their teams are trying to survive? Is that Extracted? Where they flare out. They pull their flare gun and they pop a flare. That's the one. Do they get to use the hide as clothing? Probably. I'm thinking from what I haven't watched it. I'm thinking I want to watch it. From what I read of the description, they use you're encouraged to use the entire thing. Alone proves that bears and wolves are scary as fuck. Right? I have a completely unacceptable approach to dealing with wolves that's completely based off of nothing. But I'm just like, we saw a clip where there's a wolf that like runs at the camera. I told Digger, I was like, if that were me, I'd run at that wolf and I'd just bear hug him. If he doesn't have like a pack with him and he's alone, all you got to do is you got to cuddle him until he doesn't know what the fuck is happening. He just runs off. You just grab him, you tackle him to the ground. You just, who's a good little puppers? Who's a good little puppers? You give him belly rubs. He's snarling at you. You just rub him all over and then he jumps up and he runs off. He's got your scent all over him now. He smells funny. That moment's going to screw with his psyche, his delicate wolf psyche. And he's just like, I don't understand what's happening here. It's weird. I didn't consent. I feel violated, but I'm okay, I think. I don't know. But every time I close my eyes, I smell him. And it's like, right. Good luck fucking feeling safe for the next hour. You run? Not really. Not very far. I don't run much. Speaking of running, we have an hour's worth of content planned for you guys. We're already half hour in, so we'll load this up. I have a couple. I might save actually the ice one for tomorrow because it doesn't really matter. It's not like a super big thing. We have a couple of fun ones to get to. We might have to do those first because I don't know how much time we have. And then we have a cute little animal video to end it out on, as we usually do. I'll tell you, seeing a pack run through the woods with your own eyes is both scary as fuck and impressive. I would imagine so. I grew up with an Alaskan Malamute, so that's like wolf adjacent, but not for very long. I think like because he was on the like he was a weird thing. Like when we moved to that property, the dog came with the property. His name was Fred. He had part of his nose bitten off by a raccoon that was stuck in a trap that he tried to murk. And so he's just a good dog. He's just a big black husky dog. And it was like, wow, he's a big guy. So yeah, like I imagine a wolf would be like dealing with that, only not quite as fluffy in the fur region, but probably every bit as like, dude, he was intimidating. He didn't bare his fangs at you or snap at you, but if he did, you were going to shit yourself because it was a big, mean, imposing dog. So, but he was a teddy bear. You loved him. So I don't know. Hello, smiles a lot for you. Glad to see you found the Rumble Chat. Rumble Chat's great where you can have fun, going crazy with all sorts of wild stuff. We don't care what's said in the Rumble Chat. It's fucking awkward, bud. Jay Warren. Yeah, I know. I know, Red Scooper. Just focus on her and make her lead shake. Later, I'll have a good rest of your day. I have an appointment. Rusty's Duck Cucker Security. They'll be watching. That's a weird business to launch, but we will have the businesses up for grabs because our sponsor for this show right now is Lab Glasses Butt Breathing Service. Classes, excuse me, not service. When you need to learn how to breathe out your butt, I mean, you know, you can talk. You've heard plenty of people talk out of it. Now learn how to breathe out of it. And who better than the best? Lab Glasses butt breathing classes. It's a breath of fresh ass. Where my I don't know, man. They're all over the chat. Welcome to Rumble Scruffy. So yeah, we have all the. I knew a woman who got turned on watching money shots, and she rated them and got used. No complaints. Well, good for you, Saint Aaron. Good for you. I guess. I mean, you know, it's King Kong Dong. You just got to make Digger's legs feel like yours and you'll succeed. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll just, I operate like a jackhammer on a pavement piece of concrete. We're not chipping off huge chunks, but we're just little by little until we get the job done. Bang the shit out of the sides until you've knocked the whole wall down. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. We have a half hour left in the show. Sometimes they just want to feel their eyes glued shut. I don't think so. Not in my experience. You know what I'll say? Not in my experience. I might buy GTA 6 if there are pride parades in the game. I will absolutely not do horribly violent things. He said that, but he bought the semi-truck with the plow wedge on the front of it. I'm concerned where that could go. Overall. I've seen what it can do to a line of cop cars trying to stop you from crossing the road. And let's just say people bounce more. Oh, God. GTA 6 already made Pride's invincible objects. That would be sad. That'd be sad. So, like, you hit it, and it's like a concrete pillar. Boosh, the whole semi shoots up and comes back. That's a shame. Ain't that a shame? The only thing that can defeat them now is monkeypox. Oh, no. They'll do it to themselves. Revelation saying, lick that smash button. I think he means smash that like button. Feed the AI. Yeah, I would say the smashing the like button totally helps. I bet Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to have a mission where you have to... I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. Balls deep. We call that move the zombie. I get you. That's what it is. Because then they're going, just reaching out for something that they can't see. The only thing that is themselves highest rate. Oh, dear Lord. St. Aaron saying, ever since Free Guy, I've been nicer to NPCs. I suppose that was kind of the idea of the movie. GTA 6 will have a mission complaining about the game's delay. If it ever releases, GTA 6 might have that mission. I'm on the, I'll believe it when I see it. Kind of like how I feel about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Or just really a good World of Darkness game aside from the werewolf one that released a while ago. Like, all of the World of Darkness games really kind of miss the whole, like, open world RPG aspect. They lock you down into shit. You don't get choices. Like, the whole idea is you should be picking who your bloodline or your clan or whatever is and determine your abilities. Like, it's the whole idea. Fucking nope, we're gonna give you cookie cutter shit. Johnny procreated. I don't think he needs our advice. I have done it before. To success. One time, only one time, to be fair. It's entirely fair for people to question, because I only have one documented, proven case of I made this, and here's the sad part: I didn't do it alone. I had a lot of help. Not in the making part. Someone else just gestated and carried the whole thing. I just kind of went, oh, look, the phone rang. Johnny barely procreated. Yeah, pretty much. It's I will wait till someone mods the game. That'll be interesting. Scruffy D, one of us. Yeah, dude, welcome to the wild side. It's fun over there in Rumble. Bonjour, says Scruffy. I enjoy it. I love our president. I don't talk about people fat. I'm not going to bring up he's a fat slob, LMO. Dude, I saw this about the president about supposedly saying he's going to deport all of the Somalians now. I'm like, yeah, you can't enforce that. I like where your head's at. Let's see you make that stick. And here's the worst part. I know wholeheartedly that there are, and in most cases probably, little kids that like grew up here, have friends here, have lived their whole lives here. So we're going to uproot them or separate them from their family. Like, all right, yeah, let me just say that's a little more authoritarian than I'd like to see. But Johnny had a Game Shark codes to hella procreate. I wish he could. Minnesota freedom. Well, again, like I just think of I think there's a couple of Somalian kids in my daughter's school, that she's friends with. Like that would hurt Ivy and her if they weren't there anymore. I don't know that kid's necessarily done anything to be a piece of crap. It's just one of those, In reality, I probably won't buy GTA 6. It will be woke, filled with bugs, and poorly optimized. At this point, there's been so much hype about it. They've re-released GTA 5 so many times that, yeah, I wouldn't go near it. I'd let it drop and see what happens for a hot minute. That's what the game industry has taught us to do. But aside from that, does anyone else feel the same way about Elder Scrolls? They keep re-releasing Skyrim, and then they re-released, they started going backwards. I'm like, all right, all these re-releases make me go, yeah. Is Elder Scrolls done? Did Cyberpunk come out and really just like crap the bed on release, but then kind of school everybody? And now people are like, yeah, we can't pull as good a game. Game Genie. Those were the days. Those were the days where you had a specially programmed device that you put the game cartridge into, so the game cartridge ran the game while also running all of the other fun shit. So those were great. Their parents probably came here illegally. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, King Kong Dong. As long as they stay in Minnesota. I got that tiny book of codes. Cyberpunk did change development. I don't know what you mean by that. Cyberpunk sucked at first, and they had to fix a hell of a lot in order to work. We've got a little over 25 minutes in the program. So let's make sure we cover some of the stuff we wanted to talk about. I didn't want to do that. We might cover that eventually. Let's get to this one just for funsies. Bill Gates has publicly come out and said that the whole climate change thing isn't real. I don't know that he would go as far as to say a hoax, but definitely not like... Climate change isn't real. It's not man-made. The Earth is moving through its own cycles. What we do may have some middling effect in little places, but overall, these things would be happening on their own without us, and there's a variety of ways we can quantify and prove all that. Elder Scrolls 6 will be linear path with zero exploration. Bethesda will pat themselves on the back until a Chinese company buys them out. I want that to be a joke, Veldrain. But is it, though? I still remember the one-button fatality code for Mortal Kombat 2. I don't. I never did. I was never good at the fatalities back in the beginning when I played Mortal Kombat. I was just stupid good at... and again, not because it required skill, because it was easy, and a lot of people did it. I was just stupid good at locking people down with teleport punch. Like, and the key to that was finding the right way to block and the right way to dodge or whatever until you could get your teleport punches going. And once you got going with teleport punch, it's over. Teleport punch, teleport punch, teleport punch, throw the hook, spear thingy, teleport punch, teleport punch, teleport punch, throw the spear, teleport punch, teleport punch. Get over here, teleport punch, teleport punch. And then people just say, fuck it, I don't want to play anymore. Contra. Dude, my first big video game is, and I'm so glad I have it again, Streets of Rage 2. Streets of Rage 2 was my first big video game. Maybe that's what we should do. Saturday Retro Game Day. We'll play some retro, like Streets of Rage and some of like I think I have like the Turtles one on here, don't I? I don't know. Figure it out. That's how I do sex, says Balls Deep. That's how, what, with teleport punches? Get over here. Dang women trying to make my Pac-Man socks. Oh, try to take your Pac-Man socks? I'm sorry. Teleport punch, teleport punch, teleport punch, spear thingy. Well, you know, here's what's important. Does your lady enjoy that? No Nintendo stuff, Johnny. They come after you. It's a Sega game. Is that Nintendo stuff? If I stream my gameplay? Okay. Sega. It's Streets of Rage, man. Streets of Rage was my jam. I love that game. Finish him. I I would love retro game days, says Matthew Q. Even with human interference, the planet's CO2 level isn't over 1%, and if we drop below 0.02/0.03 CO2, all plant life dies instantly. Right. And Mad Max Mardigan, someone else was talking about this yesterday. Spoiler, I was on Digger's stream yesterday. Someone else was talking about this yesterday. The volcanoes on the Hawaiian Islands are regularly active. And every year they exude, expunge, I don't know what you want to call it. They fucking exhale. Every year they put out more CO2 and quote unquote greenhouse gases than everybody else on the earth combined by like multitudes of hundreds. So it's like if I'm not saying we can't affect things. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I'm not saying we can't we can and we will. I'm not saying we can't affect things with like climate change. I'm saying we don't do anywhere near enough where our effect changes the river. Like we might slow something down a touch, we might speed it up a touch, but the amount is so insignificant you will never effing notice. And more important, if that amount isn't there and we aren't in the equation, the ship's moving along the same lines in the same direction anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I prefer Golden Axe. I feel like I missed out on Golden Axe. I got into Streets of Rage with me and my younger sister would play Streets of Rage all the time. Streets of Rage and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The two of us would play Sonic the Hedgehog 2 like till the cows came home. I suggest video game masochism. That's right, Battletoads for the NES. I feel like Battletoads could get me in trouble if NES is being super stingy on games. Otherwise, I'd love to play Section Z. That one's fun. Wonder Boy was awesome. They have air filters, build sky floating air filters, giant drones. I don't know. I will say this. We can definitely do more to affect the environment and the climate if we stop wasting all of our time pretending what we do with like technology is creating the environment we're in, and we start looking at, well, where is the environment? Where do we want it to be? What can we do for that? Like, it's way too easy to go, it's raining more than we like. Oh, climate change. And there's reports now coming out of China and California, granted, but apparently we're doing shit to bring about the next like ice age. So the original TMNT game in the NES was hard as fuck. Dude, what's the original Ghouls and Goblins? Did you ever play Ghouls and Goblins for the NES? Like, the original Ninja Turtles might have been hard as F. Like, Ghosts and Goblins, or yeah, Ghosts and Goblins. Ghosts and Goblins is like hailed as one of the hardest games of all time. Smash TV, Final Fight, Heavy Barrel. I don't know what any of those are. I had the Sega Genesis. All voice lines had laryngitis. I mean, if you're going to have a disease. Anyway, so the whole reason we were talking about climate change, Greta Thunberg and I guess some of her friends decided that climate change is real. They need to do something. So what they did is they went to Venice and they poured a bunch of green dye into the canal waters. So Greta Thunberg has now been banned from Venice for doing this. I would love it to go a step further and they charge her with pollution. Can we get Greta Thunberg brought into a Venetian court for polluting the Venetian waters? Because again, this is pollution. Hey guys, we have to do something about the environment now. Someone made the water in Venice green.
Y ahora ahí se corta.
Nuclear, es nuclear.
Ahí se corta.
Mira aquí.
¿Este agua?
Again, I don't know how clean those waters are naturally, but still, because Greta Thunberg wants us to do something about, and by the way, like, you guys, you lost Bill Gates. He's come out and gone, yeah, the science and the evidence is kind of disproving the whole belief in the climate change thing. Shrek shit again while swimming. Look, just because St. Aaron, just because Shrek is green does not mean when he defecates into water that it would turn the water green. This is proof that Greta is retarded. That's what I was saying earlier, Veldrain. When I was prepping the show, I was like, can we just admit that Greta Thunberg is a mentally deficient person that we all went, oh, look at the poor... And we pat her on the head when she went, how dare you? But now she's gotten like full of herself, and she thinks that, again, doing this, all she's done is gotten herself banned from Venice. There was no law she was protesting. And it's just a completely unachievable goal of her. We have to stop climate change. What is that? I don't know, but it stops. Like, what? There's no goalpost. There's no line where she stops it. She's protesting this stuff for the sake of protesting. She doesn't know what else to do. Ah, Venice, the city of love. Right now, it looks like the city of either spinach or the Incredible Hulk. Down syndrome of the year.
Ya no es normal, ¿eh?
Mira, y aquí ya
No
no.
es normal. Ya. Y ahora aquí ya no, mira. Mira.
Yeah, so that's it. That's and again, I have yet to know what this was in. Let's see if the story lists why they did this. They poured a whole heap of green dye into Venice's famous waterways. Right, but what? They better prove that dye wasn't toxic or anything. We're on a crusade to protect the environment. Okay, yeah, but what do you... She's banned from Venice after dropping green dye into the canal, right? Climate activist Greta Thunberg has been slapped with a 48-hour ban from... Oh, 48 hours? How about a lifetime? After joining Extinction Rebellion protesters in dyeing. All right, so she joined a group, the Grand Canal Bright Green. Other activists were given fines. Said the dye they used was a fluorescent non-employed in environmental studies, such as tracking water flows or monitoring leaks. The group reportedly insisted the dye posed no ecological threat. It better not. All right. So either way. So again, nothing says that like stop the pollution by like polluting. Doesn't Chicago do the same thing every St. Patrick's Day? Something to that effect. Yeah, it's Greta explains feedback loops, shows a picture of one to prove that zero scientists were involved. Yeah, it's something. If you've had an aquarium, you've seen like dyes that can go in water and then just dissolve and are non-toxic because they don't kill the fish or anything like that, or the plants. They come in antibacterial pouches for aquariums all the time. If you ever have a fish tank and you get it and you get a bacterial infection where they start getting some like white mossy patches on them, you have to drop in these 2 like Alka-Seltzer looking tablets into the tank, and you can either drop them straight in to let them diffuse into the whole tank naturally. I prefer the method of pre-diffusion and then pouring it into the water to mix a little bit better that way. But who am I? If she wants to commit crimes and not be punished, she should do it in the United States. I mean, I'm going to be honest. The punishment on this one's incredibly gay. 48 hours. Ooh, you told Greta Thunberg you can't come in and pollute our waters for another 48 hours. Spoiler alert, she was only there to do that. She won't be back for months. It is fun, though, to see that she's kind of on like a world tour of getting kicked out of places. They kicked you out. The people that were doing the whole Gaza blockade thing, they kicked you out. So then you moved over to Italy. So let's talk about animal extinction. And that is a very real thing. Environments and habitats, but humans and poaching. So anyways, Greta can't commit crimes in the U.S. and get away with it for one reason and one reason alone. She's white. Yeah, but Veldrain, she's got Down syndrome, so she's tarded. Veldrain, I get away with way more than I should just because I'm a crippled, tarded person. So I'm sure they'll let her go. Who's been kicked out of more places, Greta or Johnny Somali? Johnny Somali, but only by a hair. Next time, it'll be 72, says Posty. Look, if you don't follow... Look, we're going to give you 48 hours, but I want you to know that's us being lenient. You keep pushing our ropes and boundaries, and I tell you this, we won't ban you next time for 48 hours. We'll ban you for 72. That's 3 whole days, you son of a bitch. Greta found a lifetime supply of 2,000 flushes green. Oh, no. Well, that's got to be non-toxic, right? Because otherwise, we've been using it in hotels and toilets, and we're already flushing it with wastewater. It better not be toxic. Most places that treat and process wastewater use a couple of very natural processes to do it, bacteria being one of them to break down waste and... Oh, it's fun. Oh, it's fun. Can we send her to Gaza and... return trip. They... As bold as they